There he is. I was like, he just left before we go, you know? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hope Shot Live, Sunday Night Live. Every week we come on Sundays and share topics of just things we go through the week, man. Maybe share some hope, some inspiration with y'all. I'm going to, if you guys are just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. And tell us what you've been going through this week. What do you got going on this coming week? You know, did you go through anything last week? Do you have any good shit going on this week? Any good vibes? Share it with us. Let us know. Caesar, get some clarity in the house.
Let me drop a little clarity on you. This is the Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. Doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. And thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
All right. Thank you, Caesar, for that clarity.
You got it, buddy.
What's up, Allie? We got Jamie in the house. What's up, Jamie? Thank you for sharing. If you guys would share this, man, I greatly appreciate it. You never know who might need to hear this tonight. We got Crystal in the house. Good evening to you too. We got Recovered on Purpose. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Rachel Keegan in the house. Thank you so much. We got Dustin. Hey, fam. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. Dude, listen. I got to talk about this real quick because it's like important to me. And Caesar, I talked to you about it. So I've been trying to eat healthy, right? But my downfall is ice cream. Okay. I want to say what's up to Crystal real quick. Athens, Tennessee watching. What's up? And then we get to everybody else. But my downfall is ice cream. I love ice cream. It's a problem, like straight up. So I'm like, all right. So, and that's what I always fall off on. It's like I try to eat healthy. I do good. You know, I work out. I do all these things. And then I freaking just need ice cream. Like, I don't know. Then it becomes like this thing where like it turns into this almost like a drug addiction. Like I'm just like an animal, right? And it's insane. Like, and I've been going through this for years. Well, Ninja, my favorite people in the world, came out with this machine called Creamy. And I made actually a TikTok about it. The Creamy is you can take these little pints and you can put whatever you want in there and freeze it. And then you put in this little machine and it makes it into ice cream, like sherbet and stuff. So I took peaches, oat milk, yogurt, and I froze it and I put it in there. Oh my God, dude. Like, it's not exactly like ice cream, but bro, I'll tell you right now, it is close enough. You know what I mean? It's good for me. And I'm just so happy about this. I'm on cloud 9. I shared it with all my friends. It's just amazing. So there's my thing for the week. I just did it today and it's amazing. So
you should be their spokesperson. Just the pictures and stuff that you sent me. Now I want to try it like really bad.
I'm going to post a reel tomorrow on Facebook with the process of it. It's pretty cool. I did it all and made it go with the music and stuff. It's neat. But anyways, that's not why we're here.
Wait, we lost Nate.
We lost Nate, man. He had the hook too, and I don't. Oh, there he's back. All right, Nate, tighten up, bro. We ain't got time for this. Oh, wait, never mind. It's getting weird. Hey guys, real quick, I got everybody here. We got 35 people watching. On August 31st, if you don't know, that's International Overdose Awareness Day. And what we're doing, we're going to put on a event that I have on our – hold on, let me – so Nate gets his stuff together. Or is that you, Caesar?
What?
I don't know. It sounds like a bag. Anyways, we're going to have this event yep, there it is. It was really loud. On August 31st, we're going to do it live on the Hope Shot, but it's going to be a Zoom meeting. We can hold up to 100 people, which is really cool. And I would love to everybody get glow sticks, purple glow sticks or purple shirts, whatever you can do. And like, let's kick off Recovery Month because Recovery Month is at September. My man, he's already got the glow sticks going. But Recovery Month is in September, and we're going to be kicking it off. We got a recovery walk coming up here where we live, man. It's going to be a great event. We're super excited. So let's kick off that month right, and let's all show up. If you go into our page, you'll find it in one of the posts where you can get put going. It'd be cool for everybody that watches us on a daily basis to show up, and let's share some hope. Let's share some inspiration. Let's all get together, man, and just, make one big party. Who cares? You know what I mean? So I just want to put that out there before we get too far. But let me just say what's up to a couple more people. I'm going to turn it over to Nate because he has the topic for today. Well, discussion, I should say. We got Standing Bear. What's up? I have been sober over 2 months, and I'll be starting classes soon. Hope. Congratulations, my man. That's a big step, starting classes, man. Learn something new. That's amazing. We got Noodle Fowler. What's up, guys? What's up, my man? Struggling, but it's stopping. Well, I'm glad it's stopping. It's okay to struggle. We all do at times, just hopefully not on the same day, right? Allie says, Justin, that's my downfall too, and I'm trying to cut out carbs. Yes, it's a lot of people's that sweet tooth, man. It's okay. We shouldn't live in misery, though. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to find healthy balances, right? Let's see. Dustin says, started school this week. Going to be an interesting adventure, trying to juggle school, work, and my recovery, but we're going to make it happen. Oh, boy, we can make it happen. All us good addicts can make that stuff happen, man. Juggle multiple hats. And we do it pretty seamlessly most of the time. Let's see. We got Alicia. Hey, just went to my first NA convention this weekend, and it was the best experience ever. Happy to see y'all tonight. It is amazing, those conventions do for the soul. So, Nate, what's up, man? You good? No more?
Man, it's been that type of week. As soon as I got back on, it said it shut down because the temperature was too hot. My phone. I was like, what?
It's getting hot in here. So wait.
Yeah, it's now I don't want to put it on the charger, and I feel like I'm on Front Street. All right, hold on, let me get the angle. Okay, I feel better. All right, so yeah, so it's been a very, very interesting week for me, especially starting on Friday. But I can kind of trace it back to like kind of the middle of the week too, because and this is how it works. Just in my experience, I started taking back control, trying to assert my will in like every aspect of my business, and what am I doing? Why can't I do this better? And came to a head on Friday where I was just like, we weren't going to get finished what I had set out to finish that week. The pressure was on, and I just kind of like had a meltdown, man. I spun out a little bit, and so I removed myself from the situation. I went over to my girlfriend's house and was just like winding down and calling my, all my peeps and talking to them. And I was starting to feel better. I had talked about 3 or 4 guys, and I was actually on the phone with Caesar and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm starting to come down. I'm cool, man. I'm letting go. I'm asking God for help, all that stuff. And I'm like, hold on, I got another call. And I answered the call, and one of my workers is like, call your insurance company. Your truck just got totaled. And I'm like, huh. And it's a crazy thing, man. Or maybe not so crazy, but perfectly logical, actually. But immediately a sense of like calm came over me. I was just like, okay, what do I do? First, I said, are you guys okay? He said, yes, we're okay. And then immediately I just said, okay, where are you at? I called my insurance. I set out to meet them. I called my insurance. I called my friend Stacy Kemp, who happens to be a personal injury lawyer here in our town. I went to high school with her. And I just did all these things like almost mindlessly, I called several people right away. And, I got to the scene of the accident. And indeed, my truck was totaled. We're not sure who's going to be at fault. One person saying that they had a green light. The other person says they had a green light. Nobody got a ticket yet. And I'm just like, I'm just calm and I'm handling it. And of course, I have all these emotions and feelings like, what's going to happen? What am I going to do? But in the midst of all that chaos, I knew one thing, like unequivocally, 110%, was that God has my back. My source has got me. Like I'm going to be okay. And I said it to, several people. I'm like, I know, because as soon as I talked to Caesar, he's like, dude, talk about signs. And I'm like, yeah, it was a pretty big freaking sign there. And I'm like, I don't know what the message is yet, but I'm willing to receive it. And I had a commitment to help my friends out with their doggies, and they offered to cover for me, and I said no. I'll be there. I got my trailer out. Luckily, nothing got damaged on it. None of my equipment or anything like that. They towed the truck. I towed the trailer back. Paid all my guys. Went and fulfilled my commitment. Went to my home group. So now I'm like, my truck I'm going to have to use for my work truck, but I need a personal vehicle too to handle, our nonprofit business, to do some other sober companion stuff that I sometimes have to do. Like I just have to have two vehicles, right? And this is like a huge fear of mine, because I am like, when it comes to adulting on that level, I'm still evolving into that space, and I deal with a lot of fears and insecurities, and I don't have the best credit, and I just kind of shut down in these situations. And anyway, so the next morning, and this is why I know that I'm on the right track, because it just so happened like a couple days earlier, Caesar and Kelly, where they bought their GMC from, the guy had messaged Caesar. This is before the accident happened, mind you, and said, "Hey, is Nathan still looking for a vehicle?" And they're like, we'll get back with you. So when I talked to Caesar, I'm like, I think I need that number now. And I ended up messaging him. He messaged me right back. We set an appointment. I went up there, and I went for the nicest, shiniest, most probably expensive, one of the most expensive trucks. It didn't work out, and he brought me a couple other options. That didn't work out. And then like a last ditch effort, they're like, we have this VW Tiguan. And I'm like, VW, I'm a fan. And they bring it around, and this thing is just gorgeous, man. Metallic gray, black rims, panoramic sunroof, all the spaceship touchscreen stuff going on inside. Shit, I have no idea how to use, but it looks nice. And I'm like, this thing is gorgeous, man. It's exactly what I kind of was looking for. And, but in the midst of all this, I'm calling my sponsor. I'm calling Caesar. I'm like, is this a good decision? Is that a good decision? Should I do this? Is this too much? You know what I mean? Like, just, it's like second nature to me now. And, at the end of the day, I was able to get this vehicle, my first new car ever, and, what I've just, that in that 24 hours was like a clear testament to, like, sometimes, I tell people all the time, call your people every day, write your inventories every day, be vulnerable, reach out, pray, meditate, connect on a daily basis. And it's for this very reasons, because when the shit hits the fan, there's something to be said about these things that I do on a daily basis. They just manifested into my life without any thinking, any effort. And I found myself, just at peace and calm in a situation where I should have been crumbling, and it was like, it seems every time I get spun out with my work, or I'm just like at a loss at what to do next, like these fantastical otherworldly things happen. And of course, I don't, nobody wants to deal with getting your car totaled on a Friday afternoon, but can you believe that it's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time? Because it truly is. Like the lessons and the blessings that I have received just from this occurrence are just, I can't even speak of them, man. Really, I was laying in bed and talking to my girlfriend, and it was like exactly 24 hours later from when I had received that call, and like the turn of events was just so overwhelmingly like beautiful. I was just like, man, this is what it means to maintain my program on a daily basis. This is a direct result of me practicing spiritual principles in all my affairs on a daily basis, because it is easy to get into this deal and get some years behind you and let up, and not continue to do the very things that got us to where we are and have afforded us the opportunity to receive so many blessings, not just internally, but external blessings as well, and then also how much I can get attached to these things, that are just things. And how when I lost that thing, when it was completely totaled, none of that really mattered. All that mattered was that everybody in my employee was okay. And that I knew that I had a God, a source, whatever you want to call it, that was going to take care of me. And I knew that with all of my heart and soul, and it's just a beautiful deal. Like, the tools that I've been gifted with and that I've worked so hard to hone on a daily basis allow me to show up in every area of my life and prepare me to walk through it with grace and dignity. And for that, I am so, so grateful. And I'm so grateful for my support network. I'm so grateful for, my dad coming with me and helping me get into the truck. It's just, it's been a crazy week and a crazy weekend. And it's amazing what we were able to get through, and also how I was able to remain present and keep showing up in my life, even when, things were kind of falling apart, around me. And it's like,
Hey, the commitments turned into blessings.
yeah,
I'm going to use your words. The staying to your commitments and doing the things that you were supposed to do in recovery took your mind off of the situation. And meanwhile, you're out serving us, really. I mean, serving others, but you're at my house, letting our dogs out, taking care of the dogs, hugging them during thunderstorms and stuff. And again, you're taking care of us and you're loving the dogs, and God's in the background taking care of you. And I mean, I've seen that over and over again. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was an amazing turn of events. Like I said, a direct result of me continuing to show up in my life and in my recovery on a daily basis. It's just like my higher power, my source, just showed up and showed out this weekend in every single way. And what is beautiful is that because I am connected to it and because I have a dialogue with, who I believe in, I'm able to see that and I'm able to receive that message. And now I can walk somebody else through this situation or some similar situation, and let them know like you can get through this too. And it's just a beautiful deal. And Bodie is chewing on something he's not supposed to have. Let me.
Good stuff, Nate.
It's funny, Nate, is the You know, like you said, we can get ourselves attached to things and materials over people most times. Sometimes, you know, it's our society has become to that, like, and
Stop it.
yeah, something like that, man. The freak out mode, you know. You want to go in, I like to go in freak out mode. That's a hell of a, I mean, it's your livelihood, it's everything. And like to keep total peace and like serenity through it, that's a freaking huge test.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be able to do it, you know. I'd probably freak the freak out, man.
And you know what, Justin, like that, I used to think that was something else because I'm a product of a lot of years in prison. So like when shit was chaotic, I would go inside. I would, retreat and kind of just be cool and calm and keep my cool. But the only thing is, internally, I would be completely scared and full of fear. Whereas today, I still kind of do that, become like calm in chaotic situations. But in the difference today is my internal, what's going on internally is just completely different. I'm just like, I'm okay.
You know, that's the internal struggles are being presented outwardly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what is projecting outwardly is what's going on really inside. And that's what everybody else gets it around us. You know, if we're not doing what we're supposed to do, doing the work, getting ourselves cleaned up on the inside, it's definitely going to come out in all facets of our life. I had, I don't have nothing as serious as that, but I did have something. I've tried to shift my life and give up control of my business, right? We've been talking about that for a while. My guys had a hiccup, man. It was like, hey, you know what I mean? I've given them a percentage now instead of like doing hourly so they can try to make more money, right? Well, I told them, hey, I'm giving you 5 days in this job. And they're like, oh, we'll get it done 4, man. Yeah, I got this, right? Well, they didn't get it done in 4. It messed up. And these are like repeat customers of mine. And I went there and I'm just like, what the? I wanted to lose my shit, you know? I really, really did. And instead of losing my shit, I mean, I did for a second, but then I was like, this is a learning lesson. This is how you learn. You know, this is how they're going to learn. And I keep telling myself, I got to say that over and over. What is this? It's a lesson for them. It's a lesson for me. Like here, and I showed them exactly what they did wrong. I went there this weekend. We had to do it on the weekend. And so they went back there today to fix it all. And I had to show them what you did wrong. See, this is why you have to use different tips. You have to do that. There's a lot that goes into it of why it happened, you know? And they rushed it though. So like, I was like, man, I was pissed, dude. And usually I tweak out, bro. Like I'm a tweak and that's just what I am, you know? But I didn't tweak out on him as much as I think I didn't anyways. But I'm very stern when I speak about stuff and like try to like reprimand them in a good way, but in a stern way. So people know that like, this is what you did wrong and try to teach them through it, you know, but everything turned out fine. We got it done. So, and they got a learning lesson off of it. So, you know, that's pretty much what I went through this week. That's about it, man. Everything else is pretty damn good. Caesar.
Why don't you read some comments before I go?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
No, I got it, bro.
Appreciate you, dude.
I'm here for it.
Let's see. We got, we got Hard Knocks Talks. Hey, Hope Shot looking good. Thank you, friend. We got Robin says, when I am overwhelmed, I have to pray and let go and let God. He always takes care of me. Helen put a bunch of hearts up. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. Kelly says, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just clicking away.
I see that.
Ito, sorry. Ito says, networking is key. Thanks for sharing, Nate. Jess says, congrats, Nate. Way to follow your own advice. It'd be kind of messed up if you dish it out, but can't take it, right?
Oh.
Robin says, hanging in there. My hand's doing okay. But she's replying to Kelly.
No. So her husband had a work accident. Truck caught on fire. He is in the hospital. He has to get skin grafts. I know she's got some problems, something going on with her hands. And I just want to say, Robin, we love you. and we're praying for you. We're praying for your husband. I know God's got you, and you're one of the strongest women I know. So hang in there, please.
Amy Lee says, yes, preach, because you can fold. Never thought I would. A lot of shame comes with that. I flushed 15 years down the shitter on that long ago. I think I'm in a conversation. Standy Bear says, God is good. My girlfriend relapsed again, so we broke up, and I have been stressing a lot about a lot of other stuff as well. But I'm still clean and sober by the grace of God.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, Caesar.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Caesar.
So, I mean, I was talking to Nate the whole time through his ups and downs, and I mean, it's just beautiful to see it kind of unfold. You know, like I saw the crappy thing happen. I saw the acceptance. I saw the thoughts of what am I going to do about a car? I saw the action go in place, like go meet with the guy and get it done. And it was just really cool. And what it got me thinking about was, you know, we talk about life on life's terms, and there it is. It's life's terms. It's not our terms. Stuff's going to happen. People are going to wreck our cars. Our friends might get hurt. We might get hurt. People get sick. And we have no control of the things around us. You know, life's going to happen, and we can only control our reactions, our spiritual fitness, and the way that we react, the way that we emote. You know, the only things that I can control are a very small hula hoop around me, and that's it. So in my second year of sobriety, I had just gotten a job and gotten my license back, and I was driving back to Tampa to see my parents on a regular basis. Early Alzheimer's, you know, they had to be watched all the time. So part of my amends to them was I was going to go over there as much as possible, check on them, take my dad out to get his hair cut. I would take my dad out to lunch once a week just to get him out of the house. And you know, that was the deal. And then my dad got sick, and he went in for like a routine deal. He had to have his gallbladder taken out, but he had a stroke while he was in the operating room. And I remember I was driving to go to see him at the hospital, and I called my grant sponsor and I told him what was going on. And I was like, oh man, I'm nervous and I don't know what I'm going to do. And and the guy just shut me down and goes, it's not about you. He's like, you know, this is not about you. This is about your father. And this is your first opportunity that you could be there for your family. They've been there for you your whole life, and you've been a piece of crap and a burden. So why don't you go in there and take the burden off of somebody, and you go be a man and you go handle things. Don't make your sister do it. And I said, okay, you know, and he's like, I don't mean to sound harsh. I was like, no, man, that's exactly what I needed to hear. And I went in there and I did what I could do. My sister couldn't deal with it. So they were talking, mind you, my dad was 86 years old at the time. So we're not talking about a young man, but you know, they're talking about these invasive surgeries that he might not live through, but they could do them. And everyone's asking me and asking my sister. And I'm like, has anybody asked him what he wants? Like, even once, has anyone asked him? And they're like, well, no. I said, okay, well, I'm going to ask him what he wants. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And I was like, Dad, what do you want to do? Do you want to do this surgery or that surgery? Or do you want to go home? And I mean, I knew the answer in my heart. My dad's not the type of guy that wants to be a burden. And he answered very quickly, I want to go home. So I set that up. I set up the hospice, and I set everything up for him to come home to die, basically. I mean, there was no question about what was going to happen. And I got to handle that, and I got to be there for him, and I got to make sure his wishes were carried out. And at barely 2 years sober, I can guarantee you that the strength to do those things did not come from me. That came from a connection to my higher power, and it came from a connection to a fellowship that I could lean on what was one of the hardest times in my life. And you fast forward not even a few months later, and without my dad there, my mom has Alzheimer's, and she's almost burning the house down. She falls out in the driveway, and I see what's coming. And I get her set up to be in assisted living, not next to my sister or my brother or to pawn off on anybody else, literally 3 blocks from the house that I was renting, so that I could be there every day. And I did that. I showed up every day. There was times she didn't know who I was. She called me my brother's names. She thought she was in a hotel room, and I told Kelly, and I told my brother and sister, nobody come in here and tell her she's not in a hotel room. She's happy. She thinks she's on vacation, and who the hell are we to tell her any different? But it was my first and second time that I had to deal with something really big. Life had thrown something at me. I got into recovery, and I got out of the rehab, and I got those first milestones. I got off of probation, and I kept showing up to meetings, and I kept doing commitments, doing everything I was supposed to do. I had nothing over my head telling me that I had to do it. I kept showing up, and I got a job, and I got my license back, and all these good things happened. And then the bottom dropped out because I don't control life, and not the bottom dropped out of my sobriety or my recovery. The bottom dropped out of life, like my rocks, my mom and my dad that had been there through all the shit that I had put them through, and that were still standing by my side. It's a perspective thing. I could have whined and cried and bitched and been like, oh man, I got the chance with both of them to make a verbal amends and then to live that amends out. They got to see me driving a car. They got to see me with a steady job for a year or two. And they got to see me show up on a daily basis. Each one of them got to see those things. And you could see it. Like, it was the first time in their life that when I would leave, they weren't afraid that I wasn't going to come back because I was going to be dead. They were proud that I was a productive member of society. So all that being said, being there for their last moments and doing those things that if I was out there, it would have sent me running the other way. I would have run away from this. I wouldn't have faced it. I wouldn't have been of service to anybody. I would have made the whole situation worse. I was able to actually help my family out, and I was able to be there. And by being there, I was at peace when they passed. Like, I did everything that I could for them. And there was really no regrets. Like, I didn't wish for more time or anything like that because I did my part and I showed up. And, that's what your story made me think of, Nate. Like, you got dealt a crappy hand that day, but you showed up. And you did the hard thing, and you called the lawyer, and you went and talked to the guys, and you talked to the police, and you called the insurance company, and you showed up with sketchy credit, not knowing if you get a car or not, but you showed up and you wheeled and dealed, and we got you with the guy, and it all worked out. And that's the same thing in my life. It doesn't matter how hard or how scary the thing is. If I go at it and not around it, and not under it, and if I don't back away from it, but if I go through the fear, I come out the other side stronger. And when I come out the other side, I also come out with an experience of how to get through that thing that I can share with somebody else. Oh, your mother, your father died. Well, let me tell you how I got through that. They can be like, oh, well, your business is going to burn down because you lost your company truck. That's not true. Let me tell you why, because I dealt with these things, and it's powerful stuff, man, because I'm the type of guy that needs evidence, like You could have handed me a bag of dope and I wouldn't go, I need to know if that's good stuff. I just go, whatever, thank you, and keep it moving. But then all of a sudden I become a professor in recovery, and like I need evidence of God, and I need evidence of how this program works and all these things. Well, now at 8+ years, I have an entire body of evidence of exactly how well this thing works. And I'm willing to share that with anybody. I don't care what gets thrown at you. There's somebody in recovery somewhere that's been through it already. None of us are unique. There's no brand new problem that's coming across my plate that I'm like, oh man, like nobody on earth has dealt with this. Well, that's BS, because I can go into any one of these rooms around my local area and somebody's already been through it. And I don't need to be terminally unique anymore. I need to be the run-of-the-mill garden variety alcoholic addict guy that finds a solution on a daily basis, gets up every morning, ask God to get them through another day, and just try to help some people. And when I do that, when these big hiccups come along, they don't feel that big, and then we end up having gratitude for them at the end. You know, it's the weirdest thing ever. Like, you go through this big thing, and I'm so grateful that I was able to be there. You know, you're saying you're like so grateful you went through that. You're driving this brand new car. You faced all these fears. Like, it's incredible the perspective change that recovery gives us in life. And I'm grateful that I went through all the shit that I went through for 20 something years, because it got me to a point where I was able to receive this message. And from that day forward, I live a life of gratitude, and I live a life of, I have a purpose. I never had a purpose. I was wandering around aimlessly getting high. I have a purpose today, and I get to be a friend. I get to be an employer. I get to be a father, you know, like all these things that I'd have bitched about before. I'd be like, oh man, the kids, I got to do the thing with the kids. No, man, I get to, I got to show up to work, man. I get to have a good job. Like, recovery's given me everything. So I'll always give back as much as I can to recovery. So that's all I got.
Yeah. I always tell people now that don't wait for something bad to happen for you to figure it out, you know, to find that balance in your life or whatever it is, man, because it's funny how life will pump the brakes on you real fast, man. And, you know, if you're not spiritually fit for them brakes, bro, you know, it sucks, you know? And you know what the biggest thing I think is, man, is having good people around you when that shit hits the fan. When those things happen, like last year, man, when we went through the stuff with Tiffany, you know, with cancer, you know, it's like if I didn't have the right people at the right moment around me, support me, and then our friends that went through the same stuff, you know, you never realize what your friends are going to, like, totally, until it happens to you. Like, you really don't understand it. That's, I think, where the compassion comes from. It's like just being there for people, just understanding. Like, you don't have to understand fully about what's going on, but being there for people when they're going through it, because you might need it one day, you know? And that's something that happened to us. They went through it, and then we went through it. And it was like, it was crazy how that happened, because they're like literally across the street from us, literally across the street. And they know what it's like. So they know, and it was cool, man, that we had other people that went through it. And, I'm going to read some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Let's see. We got Dustin says, I've been there, man. Since getting clean, I've tried twice to get back with my longtime ex, but she kept relapsing, and her lack of commitment to recovery was interfering with my recovery. So I had to let her go and move on. I still pray for her every night and hope she finds her way, but that chapter of my life is closed. Let's see. We got Robin says, doing the next right thing for the next right reasons. We got Steve says, thank you for your experience, strength, and hope, Caesar. My mom is dying of ALS, and my sister couldn't handle her anymore, and she's in a nursing home. I've been struggling with what my role in it all is. I'm early in recovery, and it's been really hard. What I heard is do my part and show up and live out my amends to her, regardless of how short-lived it may be.
100%. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, just to share on that, I was in treatment and I got the call. I wasn't even a year sober yet, and they said, your mom's getting put in hospice, and I was scrambling trying to get a pass to get home and see her and say goodbye and tell her I love her and be there with her. And unfortunately, as soon as she went into hospice, she passed the next day. So this happened in treatment, freshly sober, and it instead of making me fall apart, it strengthened my resolve to continue doing the right thing, So like Caesar was saying, man, there's we go through some things, man, and I mean, the very things that would give me a great excuse to get loaded before are the very things that make me dig in deeper to this deal and get even closer to this source of mine that I just lean on, especially, all the time, but especially in these situations, it's where it really comes back and pays just dividends, man, to have that connection, not only to your source, but to your fellows as well, which is basically a manifestation of what you believe in to begin with. So
yes, Stevie, hang in there for sure. Like look at it as an opportunity that you get to spend that time and you get to be that caretaker and you get to show that love, because like Nate just shared, he didn't get to be there, and you do. So find the gratitude in it.
Ali says, y'all coming in raw and real tonight. We got Jess says, I love the reminder to keep showing up, Caesar. Thanks. Shannon says, it's amazing that the things we get through in recovery. Thank you so much for sharing your experience, strength, and hope. I could never do this on my own. And that's the good thing. That's the good news right there. We don't have to do this alone.
Right.
The terminal uniqueness was the biggest hurdle for me early in my recovery. Yep.
And then my wife comes in, but she's still terminal unique.
Yeah. Oh, she is.
Oh, Chakra Khan.
She has a pretty strong case, man.
She really does. I'm not taking that one from her.
Yeah, Jim says, recovery has given me everything. Damn, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Robin says, I'm not relapsing over my husband in the hospital with burns on his face, arms, hands, and legs. I am here with him, and for him, he was there for me in my storm of addiction. He never gave up on me. We both have 13 years. Please pray for John, as he is amazing, man.
Will do.
He is. We are praying for John.
We will. Let's see. There we go. I'm not terminally unique, just authentically awkward. Yes.
Both of them.
I love that so much.
Both of them. Let's see.
Golly.
But he says it's thundering, Dad. The sky is grumbling. Help. Janet says, the more we grow through the more we almost welcome when the next challenge hits, because we know if we just hold on a little longer, we will be stronger and more purposeful to the next person.
Ooh, I like that.
That's the truth. It's like these things we go through, it's such a scary thing. But when we get past them, man, we're like, damn, dude. And the next time something happens, like, it won't be so bad. You can handle a little bit better each time it happens. I didn't think I was going to make it through last year. I'll tell you right now, I was a freaking mess. But we did. And we thrived. It's crazy, right? Dude, it was insane. I was like, man, our life is over.
Hey, Justin. Is this Jerry?
Yes, Jerry.
What up, Jerry?
Yeah, his name. I don't know what he did.
I just want to make sure it's him, man, because I love Jerry. He's always rooting for us. I got to get over to the East Coast and go say hi to him.
Yeah. The fire.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, Caesar.
Yeah, I'll put the one up you had up. I was just accidentally clicking.
Uh,
The fire molds and shapes us. Yes, it
oh,
does.
oh my gosh, it's Phil Tyler. What the hell is going
Oh,
on
it's
right now?
Phil.
What the hell? So Phil, you have Facebook user for some reason. I don't know why, but only one person I knew that had that was Jerry over on the East Coast.
Well, we
Now
love
Phil
you
does.
anyway, Jerry, even if that wasn't you.
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
love
love
Phil.
We
you
love
too,
you,
Phil.
Phil Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I should have known. Oh, there it is. Against the odds, Phil Tyler. But that works, but his personal one does. I don't know what you did, bro. I don't know what you did. Hope to the hopeless, yes. So, anyways. All right, man.
So
Yeah,
when
it's
you gonna hook us up with some of that peaches and cream ice cream that's not ice cream, man? I'm ready.
I can't eat it right now. I can't eat it.
Well, that
I
means
want
you have
to.
some that you can't eat that I can.
Well, you can. Yeah, I listen. I'm gonna make. We should just have like an ice cream party. I'm gonna get a bunch of them, but you have to freeze it the night before and then put it in, and then you blend it up the next day.
Oh, I got you. I'm coming over. Don't worry. When you least expect it.
Hey, Caesar.
I've been hearing that for a year though, so I don't know.
Hey, I showed up for tacos in the middle of the day one day. It happens.
Bro, you live
I don't
far,
know.
bro. You live far, bro.
I'll get out of here, bro. You just go harder for freaking.
Hey, Caesar, tell us a little bit about your experience this weekend, like what it did for your, tell us about it.
So, I mean, all right, I'll tell you where I was, but in all honesty, the biggest joy I had this weekend was talking to you, man. I was so excited. I was so excited when you got that car. When we were FaceTiming, if you couldn't tell how excited I was.
I did, man. It about brought me to tears, man. That my friends, that my victories are my victories are just as important to my friends as they are to me.
I was so excited. But so Kelly and I had a kid-free weekend, and we went over and stayed on the beach in St. Pete Beach and just kind of unplugged and reset and watched the sunset on the beach together and hung out by a pool. I take offense to that. She said, let me put that comment up. Don't let her fool you. She was rooting for Nate too. We were laying by the pool, like lounging and checking our phones every 3 seconds to make sure everything was good with you. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't really know how to explain that. That was really exciting stuff for me. Like,
yeah,
no shame in honesty.
When that guy texted me and went, "Hey, man, it's all good. We got Nate taken care of." I was like, ah.
Yeah.
But
when's your birthday, Caesar? Does it
On
have 3 days?
Wednesday.
3 days.
Yep, on Wednesday.
But
we got the kids next weekend, so we went ahead. Of course, Phil.
Next week.
Phil.
Next week, Sunday.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
You ain't got to ask twice, Phil.
Yeah, man. You just let me know.
Hey, yeah, Caesar, I was so excited when I got to your house and I saw your work phone on the counter.
Yep, left the work phone behind.
I was like,
Russell's coming for ice
cream too, bro. He heard about it, man. Word on the street.
No, but I will say this. Kelly and I are extremely, extremely busy people, just like Justin, Tiffany, just like Nate. And we truly unplugged. She didn't open the work computer. I didn't bring the work phone, and we just got some time to reconnect and just be with each other, and it was beautiful. Yeah. And the sunset was absolutely incredible, and we never had to leave. The place had restaurants like on the property. We parked the car on Friday, and then we got back in the car on Sunday. We never left.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
I told Tiffany today, I'm like, bro, like we need to make sure that we plan like a weekend getaway, like somewhere we can go unplug. Like Jenny was just talking about, she just went to the mountains, unplugged, did nothing, no phones, blah blah. And I'm like, man, the mountains is the mountains is like my zen. That is where I like to be. That or a river, whichever one.
There's mountains in California right next to the Pacific Ocean, by the way.
No,
just saying.
That's okay. I'm talking about a weekend, Nate.
But you know, would be a great thing for a Hope Shot retreat would be, a mountain setting.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to plan something like that. Next year, it's happening, no matter what.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yes. Kelly says that's where I need to go. It's Carolina. That or Atlanta, just 3 days. I just want to go unwind, go hiking. Hiking is
Hey, look at this. Phil can do next Sunday.
My man. Phil. Well, you didn't have a choice, Phil. We kind of already beat you in. You know what I mean? You got
You're coming.
Let's see.
Oh, man, I love that.
Allie, September 17th, Pittsburgh Recovery Walk. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we got Rachel. Got to disconnect to truly connect. She's always dropping that spiritual knowledge.
Yeah, it's so true. Like, it's so true. But all right, man. You guys got anything else you want to?
I mean, I think we had a pretty good, no point in kicking the dead horse. I feel like we had a good little session right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I got to see something real quick. Oh, wait, this. Stevie Marie says, if you want to go hiking, NA has a fall retreat at Tar Hollow Park in Ohio.
Tar Hollow.
Well, that'd be something cool. That'd be cool to go for a retreat in Ohio. Never been. I think I went to Ohio just to get through to see snow. That's it.
There's plenty of snow in Ohio.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, hey guys, if you didn't get it earlier, we have an event going on August 31st. I know it's a little bit of ways, but I want to keep repeating it every time we go live. That we're going to have this International Overdose Awareness Day is on August 31st. We're going to do a live event, and we can have up to 100 people on there. Bring a glow stick, a purple glow stick, because that's Recovery Month colors for September. All month long is Recovery Walk. It kicks it off. Come on there, share some hope, say a couple of things, we can all share a little bit. I don't care if it goes to freaking midnight. Let's all get on there, man, share hope, strength in numbers. And we just want to make this thing successful. And if we can make it bigger, we'll do better. We'll make it even that much bigger. So join us. And we have the event. I put it in the comments already so click going and we'll see you then. But until then, we'll see you Wednesday for Addiction to Success. Yeah,
don't forget about Addiction to Success
down there
on Wednesday.
and for everybody local, September 9th, Recovery Walk, Sims Park, 5 to 8. Come support us. Come support our community if you're around. It's going to be a really cool event. Food trucks, DJ, speakers, just a lot of people unwinding after a long week, connecting and bringing the community together. So
stomping out stigma, showing people what recovery looks like.
Yeah. And we're gonna walk it out. Okay, I'm gonna.
The memories were popping up from last year's today.
Yeah, I reposted the one with Paul laying in front of us. It's great.
It's gonna be so much cooler this year. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's 2.0, bro. It's always cool.
Oh, hold on. Let me put this up. Yeah, of course you're going. You're going to help us, Russell, just like you did last year. Yeah. Your skills are invaluable.
All right, guys. I love y'all, man. Have a good week, everybody. Stay blessed. Love y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Hey.